Awesome. Hi again. Now we are headed into what I think might be everyone's favorite session today, our Frontline Hero Awards ceremony. I'm going to be joined by my friend, our Global VP of Customer Success, Shawn. Are you with us? You're looking great, Shawn. Guess what? You're on mute. You good? Okay. So, I'm not getting Shawn or anybody. There we go. Thanks, crew. Yep, I can hear you. That's going to make our conversation a little easier. I don't have to read your lips. Awesome.
Hi, Sarah. How are you? I have to say, you look gorgeous.
Oh, well, thanks. I woke up like this, right? Just kidding. So kick us off here, Shawn. Frontline Hero Awards. The winners of our, I know the whole team is super excited to hear who won.
Yes. So thank you so much. I'm really excited to be joining you here, Sarah, to announce the winners of our Frontline Hero Awards. It has been such an honor. And as we previously spoke, I was so overwhelmed with joy in seeing just the sheer number of heartwarming submissions we received. I know it made our jobs really difficult to select the winners, but we do have 5 winners from all the submissions that we received. And so, ladies first, Sarah, tell us about our first winner.
Okay, our first Frontline hero is Sharon Choi from Resorts World Las Vegas. She is the face of HR, and if we could show her submission materials, her colleague, Jesse Antonio, nominated her. Sharon is the face of HR. She sits in a booth all day and serves 5,000 workers at her resort. It's a massive property in Las Vegas, and her passion for her job came through in her beautiful submission, which she drew herself, which is incredible. Let's meet Sharon now.
Hi.
Hi. It's great to meet you. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so super excited to be here.
Well, we're more excited to have you, I promise. So as I just said, it is clear how much you love your job, Sharon. Like, it came through in your submission and with what Jesse had to say about you. You really live and breathe that hospitality motto. I wonder if you could tell us, where does that motivation come from? Were you born with it, or where did it come from for you?
I think it comes from the people that you work with, and then the people that you just see day to day. Because whatever energy that they give off, you kind of like give back the same energy.
Yeah.
We have like really great people here.
The old get what you give kind of thing. Yeah. That's awesome. And then Sharon, in a sentence, which is hard, so you can take a couple sentences if you want, but just briefly, what advice would you share with our guests? So we have folks dialed in from around the world in the hospitality industry, but also manufacturing and retail and construction. What advice would you give to those colleagues about how to boost up and reach and celebrate more heroes like you?
I believe it's interesting because I think it all comes from your workplace and how you deal with your coworkers to start with. But just carrying that positive attitude, it really just reaches out to the people that you're with. And then it really reaches out to the people that you're interacting with that are not your coworkers. So I think that just that mentality and that mindset really takes you a long way.
It sure does. It sure does. And it's hard to teach, Sharon. So you are a special human being. We are thrilled to get to celebrate your awesomeness, and you've won a $500, which is on its way to you right now. So we hope that you use that money for something special, and know that we deeply appreciate all the work you do every day.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. So Shawn, tag, it's your turn now. You get to announce and introduce the next one.
Yes, I'm really excited to announce that our next winner is Jason Fernandez from Tyson Foods. Jason, are you with me?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right, congratulations. Jason is a passionate training manager. He shared his exciting journey and his creativity caught our attention with his personal slogan. And if I get this slogan correct, I can't change the world, the work they have to do, but I can help change the environment of the floor. and let them know we appreciate them. Wow. When we read that, I was just so overwhelmed. Jason, it's so good to meet you. I wish we were doing this in person, but did I get it correct? You've been at Tyson for 7 years?
Yes, sir. It was 7 of last week.
Oh, wow. Congratulations again then. And I understand that you started on a food production line before being promoted to a training manager. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Taking on great responsibility. But tell us a little bit more about why you made that transition to become a training manager and what has that meant for you?
So, I mean, I'm a product of our environment here with Tyson, especially here in our Seguin plant. My supervisor at the time chose to invest in me. Teaching me the process, teaching me um, little things here and there. And if that supervisor hadn't done that, you know, I believe my life would have been a whole lot different. I've been again promoted several times throughout my Tyson career, and being in a spot to where I can celebrate the little things, a person's birthday and anniversary, and just make them feel wanted and appreciated and loved. We're for the most part a lot of people work more. We live at work. We're here more at work than we are at home. So if I can find a way to distract them or just make their life better, I'm gonna do it. If it's getting a food truck, again, little battles, little things add up, and that's truly what I want to do, and just love on our guys as much as we can. I honestly wanted to be a coach and a teacher when I went to college, so taking this role, definitely not a question. I jumped at the opportunity. The higher up you go, the more impact you have. So, sky's the limit.
That is so inspiring. Jason, I have to say that the advice you just shared with us can be applied in so many different areas, right? The recognition, celebrating the team. It sounds like you're leading by example, and you're also paying it forward. In your nomination, you said you want to become, you want your team to become the best. How are you helping your team to become the best?
So stay competitive and not get complacent. I know our competitors are always they're getting better every day, and we have a lot of competition here, and it's not getting complacent. It's bringing the ideas forward, and sometimes we're going to fail. Well, you know what? We are going to fail forward. We're going to fall forward. Okay. There's no such thing as failure. There's a lot of learning opportunities. This past week, I gave out golf balls to our entire management group. And those dimples that are on that ball is what makes those golf balls fly. And without those learning opportunities that we experience in our life to make us who we are, that's what's gonna make us great. We want to be elite. We want to bring those ideas. We want to be creative, and always we want to improve again, just that much every day.
That's fantastic, Jason. I'll never look at a golf ball the same ever again. So Jason, congratulations on winning the award. You will also be receiving $500 in cash. Please join me in congratulating and giving Jason a big round of applause.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, thank you, Jason. Fantastic. Hey, wow, Shawn, I wish I brought a box of tissues. I wish we were in person. We could give him a big hug. That's amazing. Our next Frontline Hero winner is also inspiring. She works in healthcare in Switzerland. Her name is Susana Yampin from Spitex Oberthurgau, and she has worked and lived for like 20 years in Kenya, I believe, serving people always for her entire career. So with a particular focus on our elderly community, I want to welcome Susana. One of the cool things about Susana, if we could, yes, please go back to her submission before we bring her on camera. She is also a poet. Not only does she take care of people for her entire career, but her application was a poem written in German, and it blew us away. Susana, let me tell you, we want to thank you for that, if nothing else. But now I'm going to ask you to join me on camera and wonder if you could tell us a little bit more about your story.
Yes, thank you. I'm so excited to be here and to attend this meeting. Um, yeah, as I said, I live in Switzerland and I'm a mother of 3 other children and I have 3 grandchildren. And we worked in Kenya with people who are less privileged. So my heart drew me to help people, to do really my level best, and to my vision was always to love people and to help them. And this, then coming back after 20 years, it really helped me to go back as a nurse and to do the same here in Switzerland, because here elderly people are so lonely, and yeah, just to care for them. This is my motivation.
Mm. And I imagine they love you back. Yes? You give, we were hearing about pay it forward, you get what you give, you pour your heart into your job caring for the elderly, and I bet you get a lot in return.
Yes, I do. And I think since loneliness is a big problem in Western world, we have really a responsibility to bring light and also happiness to their home, and yeah, that they can um, yeah, experience life. We bring life from outside in, and yeah, I really love my work. I love what I do.
Well, it shows. It really does. It's clearly genuine. I want to congratulate you personally, but on behalf of the whole company, for winning our Frontline Hero Award. We appreciate your dedication to helping people, and all of the hard work you do in the healthcare field. And the fact that you're such a creator on top of that is really remarkable. So you too will receive a check for 500 Swiss francs. It is on its way to you, and we hope that you use that extra money to hopefully to do something special for yourself.
Yes, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for the work you do too.
Guys, I've got, can I go off camera here?
All right. Congratulations again, Susana.
Thank
All
you.
right. Our next Frontline Hero winner is James, also known as Pap from CNS Wholesale Grocers. Pap has helped his team through really tough times and never once lost his spirit and commitment to his coworkers and community. Pap, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
I'm so glad to be sharing the stage with you. I'm so honored just hearing some of your stories. So you are have been at CNS at Wholesale Grocers for 32 years. Is that correct?
Yeah, sure is. Yep.
Wow.
It's been a long journey and a fun journey. I wouldn't trade it. It's been great
Yes,
for me, and my family, and myself.
So do you mind telling us a little bit about that journey at CNS briefly?
Yeah, sure. I started 32 years ago on the floor, selecting groceries to keep grocery stores full. And I moved up over the next 10 years to different jobs in the company. And then about 20 years ago, I ended up what we call SWAT, and that's going on the road, opening buildings, closing buildings, and just hiring all new people, new management. I ran a few buildings. And then when my children came into the picture, I had to come back home so I could be with them every night. And I came back to Windsor Locks and took a position here. And I've been a supervisor now for about 10 years or so, 10, 12 years, working with all the guys on the floor that I've worked with for many years. So it's been great.
Well, I'm pretty sure that you are the face of CNS. People recognize the work that you do, especially with all the stores and locations that you've opened and help people in their journey. Tell me what's important to you and your team.
Excuse me?
Tell me a little bit more about what's important to you and your team and your role as a supervisor. What's most important for you?
Yeah, what's the most important to me, what I learned when I was on the floor was I had management in my past that simply didn't treat the employees the way they should coming up. And when I took the position, I knew I was going to always be on the floor for the guys, always help them out, solve all their problems. It's the people on the floor that do the work, do the hard work. Our job is just keep their spirits up, keep them happy, solve their problems, take their obstacles out of their way, and always listen to them. I think listening over the years has been the most important things. I've gotten some of my better ideas from the people on the floor. They're the guys doing the job every day. And if you treat your people well and you treat them fair and you treat them like family, then they work much better, harder and better for you.
Again, what great advice that can be shared and applied in so many different locations and situations. Pat, thank you. It sounds like you're a really cool guy. I wish I was there in person to congratulate you and shake your hand. Congratulations on winning the award, and $500 in cash will be coming to you very, very shortly. I hope you use it to celebrate in a very meaningful way.
Yeah, I sure will. My daughter's in college and she certainly needs it, so that's where it's got to go. I appreciate it very much, and I appreciate everything you guys do for all of us. This was a great experience.
Great, I'm so happy to hear that. Please join me in congratulating Pat.
All right, take care, guys.
Incredible story, right, Shawn?
Oh, I definitely needed my box of Kleenex.
Well, last but not least, we have Mary Ellen Berry from Cargill and Nashville, our final Frontline Hero Award winner. She is a safety superintendent whose heart-centered leadership has made her a cornerstone for her Cargill team. Her submission was submitted by her supervisor, the location site administrator for her plant, a woman named Wei. And unfortunately, Mary Ellen's plans changed. She wasn't able to be present live with us today. So we visited yesterday and got to hear a little bit more about her story. And what was cool is we spoke and she said, "Oh, Wei nominated me. If I'd known about this, I would have nominated her." So we didn't get that part on camera, but let's roll the tape. Mary Ellen, so we can meet our final Hero Award winner.
So just the way he was with his people, the way he was with team members on the plant floor, really just gave me a really warm feeling about manufacturing. And I know people look at manufacturing as can be sometimes negative, but it's a really hard job. And the people who work in manufacture are really strong individuals. So I would watch him interact with people and joke around. And I just felt like that was something awesome. Like here he was, a quality manager of a very well-known company, and he's on the floor, he's working with the team. So come back a couple of years later and I'm in this role here, and the South is very different. It's a little bit slower than the North where I'm from. But notice that a lot of people were kind of lost and just kind of coming into work and really not being engaged, not sure if they really wanted this or not. In particular, this one gentleman, every day I would see him and he would tell me he's going to quit. And 3 years later, we're very dear friends. He stayed, he's a lead. He's probably next going to be a supervisor. So just really important to me. My upbringing was a single mom. My dad passed when I was just a couple of weeks old. And my mom always had her hands in different things and made sure that we were responsible. And then my husband and I adopted our son. He's from South Korea. So I had to have a lot of patience to go through that process. It's not an easy one. And so many people came and helped us and spoke great things about us to be able to adopt our son. And I just thought about the saying, pay it forward, just pay it forward. So people react when you say hello to them. It's something we don't do enough of. And if I don't know their name, it's actually across the top of their hard hat. But if they don't have their hard hat on, I usually will just say, hey, bud, how are you? Just that simple makes somebody's day. And the more I saw people reacting to that, and the more I educated people on the importance of food safety, because that's one of my responsibilities and passions is food safety, the more they worked with me, the more they wanted to understand the process. It's great to teach someone something, but if you educate them and you share with them your passion, it does really become their passion.
Mary, it sounded like, if I may, it sounds like you had a great role model early in your career who taught you the human element of that is so important, and that you that person paid it forward, and now you're doing the same.
Absolutely, and it's
Pay
funny.
forward those human qualities and see your teammates as people. Yeah.
Absolutely. We're actually friends on Facebook, and a month doesn't go by that I'm not commenting, hey, Judah, do you remember when you and I did this? We're doing that here. So I think it makes him feel good, and it so makes me feel like I'm a better person for it. So.
Wow. It's a shame that she couldn't be live, but that was really cool to hear, wasn't it?
It warms my heart so much.
Yeah. Yeah, and just that theme of paying it forward and the intrinsic, satisfaction that all of these people have serving others. It's such a thrill to get to recognize them all today. So, Mary Ellen, you also have $500 headed your way. Let's give, even though she can't be here today, let's give her a round of applause. Shawn, that is it for now. We can look forward to doing this together hopefully soon. I know that our team back home has also really enjoyed hearing these stories, but what has it meant for you to get to meet folks like this today?
Sarah, just looking at all the submissions we received today, and getting a chance to speak with some of them virtually. I hope we not only do this next year, but we get more stories, and we get to hear more of those insights of how people have helped others to succeed, giving them a shoulder to stand on and paying it forward. So I'm really looking forward to next year's awards, and getting to hear more stories.
Me too. Yeah, me too. I think you're right. I think
Thanks, Sarah.
We're onto something. I predict maybe we'll add a 0 to the number of nominees. Maybe we'll have to choose more winners next time.
Let's do that.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Shawn. We'll see you soon. And now it was my pleasure to share these 5 people inspiring stories with you. Just a reminder that they work and live among us every day. So we don't need to wait for these fancy award ceremonies to recognize them, express gratitude, and make sure they feel appreciated. That's a super simple thing that every one of us is capable of. So we're going to ask you to continue to support your frontline heroes. But with that, it is time to close our show. So thank you to everyone for sharing your time, your ideas, and your questions. We're going to send out recaps for everything. There'll be on-demand recordings available so that you can refresh or hear other angles on this topic of the great frontline disconnect that exists, that is real, that is one of the root causes, the actual root cause of a lot of symptoms that we know all of you are grappling with: worker engagement, labor shortages, higher levels of productivity. How do we hire and train and onboard new frontline workers? All of those are symptoms of that root cause of the frontline disconnect. And if we focus on solving that root cause, the other things get much, much easier. So we learned a lot about that topic today. We encourage you. I know we have several customers on, but also many companies who have not yet joined us in our mission to deliver more frontline success. So we look forward to hopefully having you join the family. And one more call to action is that our research is going to be out in another month. We have a Frontline Success Survey 2022. I previewed it in one of the sessions today, but the full report will be available in a month. And so look for an invitation from us to learn more about what these workers are motivated by, what stresses them out the most and what are the best ways to improve retention according to the workers and the managers, about 6,000 of them that responded to our survey. So thank you again. Thank you to my team. Thank you to our customers, our partners, our investors. This has been a really great experience, and we look forward to seeing all of you one way or another very soon.